Welcome back to Algebra 2, Chapter 1, Section 2 in this book. And notice I put Goal 1. The way my camera works, I can only get 12 minutes of video. So the last time I felt very rushed. I think Algebra 2 is too much to teach a section in one video. So now each section is going to have Goal 1 and Goal 2 because your book breaks it up into two sections. So it's going to be two videotapes. And I think I can relax more. Now remember, everything I'm teaching for Chapter 1 is review. Actually, for the first several chapters, we're going to be doing a lot of review. So if ever you don't understand something, I've already loaded up Algebra 1 and Pre-Algebra and Geometry. And you can go find slower, more in-depth videos to support it. So don't panic if you're a little confused. All right. So this one is titled Algebraic Expressions and Models. So this is an exponent expression. It is x to the third power. This is 2 to the third power. This is negative 3 to the fourth power. Negative 3 to the fourth power. We'll talk about that. Now this whole expression is called a power expression. But you just never hear that. There's certain things that are important and things aren't. And I'm going to point out to you the difference. I think one problem with teaching math is math teachers, or learning math, is math teachers in books will teach every single lesson like it's equally important, and the truth is it's really not. Some of it's just like, that's interesting, and other things are super important and you need flashing red lights around it. So I'm going to tell you which is which so you don't have math overload. Alright, so the number that's big written at the bottom is called the base, and then the little number up top is the exponent. So for example, if you have x to the third power, it means x times x times x, which is x to the third power, because we don't know what x is, which we're going to talk about in a second. But what if it's 2? 2 to the third power is not 6. It is 2 times 2 times 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Now, you will be doing these on your calculator most of the time. Along with this class are calculator videos that you need to watch. They're in every chapter because the key to doing great in college algebra, which is what this is preparing you for, is your TI-84 graphing calculator. So make sure you do these labs. Okay, here's another one. Negative 3 to the fourth power. Now this has changed since I was your age. When I was your age, this would be, well, this isn't really the one, but we'll do this one. Negative 2 squared. Okay, so when I was your age, what this meant was negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. Do you see that? But our calculators have a hard time understanding if that negative goes with the 2 or if it's an understood negative 1 times 2. So if you put this in your calculator, negative 2 squared, it will tell you the answer is negative 4. So what we've done now is if a negative goes with a base, you have to put it in parentheses. So it doesn't make a difference, I don't think, if it's odd. But no, these are to the fourth power. Okay, it's 4 of them. So this one with no parentheses is going to be negative. This one with parentheses will be positive because 2 negatives make a positive. And either way, it is 81. So if you have a negative number you're taking to an exponent, make sure you put parentheses around it or you'll get the wrong answer. Now, this is something that we always teach at the beginning of math. In science, it's the scientific method. With math, it's PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And this is not important in real life. Now, how can I say that? Because in real life, real algebra problems have cues so you know what to do first. So the only reason to learn this is on the SAT, the ACT, and college entrance exams, there will be 1 or 2 problems where they give you a problem without those clues, parentheses, things like that, and then you have to use it. But other than that, this is not something we really do in upper level math because we have other clues that let us know what to do first. But this is how it works. Anything in parentheses you do first, then exponents, Then you do multiplying and dividing from left to right, just whichever comes first. You know, it could be like divide, multiply, 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 divide. And then you do adding and subtracting from left to right, whichever comes first. So here is an example problem, and we would do these parentheses first. So it's -4 plus 2 times 3 squared. 3 squared is 9, which will be multiplying times 2. And so this is equal to -4 plus 18. 18 minus 4 is 14. Alright, now in algebra, this does not mean multiply anymore. It's a variable. It means that we don't know what it is until we do the problem, and then we'll find out what it is. And it's a letter that just takes the place of an unknown number. So here is an example problem, and we're told this is the equation, and they want us to solve it when x equals -2. Sometimes how they write this is called function notation, is they'll write it like that. It's the same thing. It means wherever there's an x, we're going to substitute and put a -2. And I have a song for that we're going to sing. We're going to sing Substitute. It's by The Who. It's from before my time. So yes, I know it's before your time. These little songs and dances I'm going to teach you help put it into your memory, and then when you're all taking the SAT, you think, what do I do? And then you'll hear my irritating voice go, substitute, and you'll do the right problem. I promise it works. I've had lots of kids tell me. Alright, so wherever there's an x, I put in -2, and now we're going to do the math. -2 squared is 4. Times -3 is -12, because two negatives make a positive, and then times another negative makes a negative. Now, -2 times -5 is positive 10 plus 7. So we got 17 minus 12 is 5. Now, when you do this problem for homework, I will only give you the odds. So go look in the back of the book and check your answer after every problem. Don't do a whole page of math wrong. The reason why you do your homework is to train for the test. I will always give you the answers. And you don't just write down the answers, you're not learning. You've got to do the problem, then go check your answer. Do the problem, go check your answer. Alright, here is a word problem. It says that you are buying video cassettes, yes. And that's how math books go. We join video clubs, we get pagers and beepers. They're out of date for the word problems the day they're printed. So just know that's how it is. So we got $50 to go spend on videotapes. Woohoo! We should go to Goodwill. We can find them there for cheap. But no, we're going to the fancy store, maybe the vintage store, where they're $15 each. And we want to know the number of movies we can buy. Now, the way I would do this problem is 15 times n equals 50. 15 times how many I buy equals how much money I have. And I would do it like this. I would set them equal. I would say y is n not 1. It's being multiplied by 15. I would do the opposite. Divide by 15, and what you do to one side, you do to the other. Those cancel out, and n equals 3 1/3. You cannot buy a third of a videotape. It would not be very good. So the answer is 3. This is the way they did it. They wrote an equation, 50 minus 15 times the number. And so then they wanted you to substitute in 2 or 3. So here's the function notation, f of 2 equals 50 minus 15x. I substituted in 2, and I ended up with 20 left over. Then I did it again and got 5 left over. So we were able to figure out that we both figured out that 3 was the way to go, and having 5 left over for tax is pretty good, because they're going to charge you tax. You can't just go in there and expect to pay $45 for your videotape. Wonder what it is. Okay, come back and we'll do goal 2. Math is great.